See the clip of NL trying to understand VTubers again? No.
What happens to a VTuber when they graduate, man?
They die.
They're content creators that get hired.
Chat, are there good video essays on VTubing? Librarian said, I don't know, but the ones Kate watches give her the impression corporations are evil and steal all their money. You're not signing on to anything that you weren't told about beforehand. You got no idea what the f some of these chatters are talking about. Dude, Librarian, I don't, yeah, it's terrible. I am new here. What is VShojo? I'm so glad you asked. It's a content group. VShojo is a company, but also there are VTubers like me that are under the umbrella and they do talent management for us. They act as an agency for us. Like Hololive, sort of. The difference is many of us were indie. Actually, almost all of us were indie before and then later joined the company as the same person, the same streamer, the same channel. And the company does not like own our IPs or anything. That's the biggest difference. So we're not owned by VShojo. We simply have licensed out some things to them to use if they want in exchange for, you know, whatever. It's closer to like a streamer house. Yeah. I would say it's more like one of the content groups like OTV or one of those where it's a bunch of content creators doing their solo thing, but they also are under an umbrella. It's like something halfway between a VTuber agency in Japan and something like OTV. You see the clip of NL trying to understand VTubers again? No. There was a clip of him trying to understand VTubers or asking a question about them, like what does it mean when they graduate or something, like a while back. And a lot of the advice I was seeing in his chat was from people that only like certain agencies and don't know much about like indie VTubers. And a lot of it was like, some of it was bad advice and I was just like, ugh. He's gonna start a VTuber agency is the name of one of the clips. I should message Kate and be like, hey, let me help. Let me see, what does he have to say? Not what does he have to say, what did people tell him? I have to have a talk with Librarian, okay? Librarian is VIP'd in this chat. We do love Librarian here, but sometimes I see him say shit about VTubers in his chat and I'm like, brother. Northernlion thinks about starting a VTuber agency. You
guys think I have to start streaming on the weekend to save Librarian's life?
Yes.
Twitch sings,
"'Cause there's too much to give, 'cause you'd rather live for the thrill of it all."
I saw this posted and I was like, Librarian, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. He's inserting too much of his personal tastes into the channel that's about Northernlion, and then he's then driving Northernlion's community to ask him and pressure him to get into certain things that I don't think he would originally have an interest in. How could you, Librarian? How dare you? You said Librarian's going through it, man. Yeah, he really is.
Me duetting with
really
like
is.
VTubers and stuff like that, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like I think I might have to start streaming Saturdays and Sundays just so you're making banter compilations again instead of whatever the heck that was.
That's what I'm saying. He's in like withdrawals, I think. Various withdrawals.
I don't know about the VTuber stuff. I know one of them retired or graduated or something.
Oh, did you see like the Ame graduation clips?
What happens to a VTuber when they graduate, man?
They die.
They go to college.
That's unironically true half the time. They go to college, or a lot of them are a little older, so they just go back to some form of work that they wanted to do. Or a lot of VTubers that I know do hold down jobs outside of streaming. It's a little easier because of the anonymity to hold down certain jobs and be a known streamer, you know? So a lot of them straight up, yeah, they just go to work, man.
I guess maybe the answer is that it's like part of the culture, but like why does a VTuber retire, man?
Simple answer, not all VTubers have to do this, but many of the most known corpo VTubers are owned. Their IPs are fully owned. Everything about their character and IP fully owned by the company that they're under, and this is usually JP. And so because of that, if the streamer is not going to stream anymore or they're ending their contract with the company, they don't take the character with them. The IP stays with the company, and the streamer, who's basically like a voice actor plus would you call it a method actor? I don't know. The streamer behind the character gives up their channel and all their assets and everything back to the corpo. You said corpo scum. Hey, no, I don't think it's a bad business model. I think it's great for the corpos, like from the business side, it's great. But then also I think it's great for the streamers too, because a lot of the ones that they pick up may not have been that well known before that, may not have ever made it. It's really fucking hard to make it. It's hard to get noticed and to ever reach that type of success. So to be able to join a company and you immediately have a fan base thrown at you, crazy. It doesn't really happen outside of that. So people will be like, oh, I hate that they own their IP, blah, blah, blah. But like a lot of these people would never have gotten noticed. They might be talented, but they would never have made it without it, because it's just like a lot of, you know, a lot of luck and a lot of things kind of together.
Nobody knows?
That's not
it's
true.
Part of idol culture?
VTuber culture and idol culture are separate. But yeah, it comes from it initially, kind of.
Company owns their IP? How
Okay.
can you fucking own my IP? How can you own my spirit, my avatar? That doesn't make sense.
It's because the company makes it and then has auditions or tryouts for the character. Or they audition people who want to be a VTuber and they bring them in and then they hand them the IP and the channels and everything. And they're like, you stream as this. You make the character, it is you, you know, you're not just an actor, like this is your, you know, your personality coming through because you're a live streamer. But no matter how much they build, whatever, it's still, you know, it still belongs to the company. And that's why the strat nowadays is to join a company like that for some time. And the moment things start dropping off for you, boom, you leave, boom. And then you know, some of the fan base will break off and go find you later if you become, you know, some kind of other creator as an independent. It's the sick nasty strat. I hate to say it because some fans of corpos will get real mad about it, but like that's the strat, man. It's like tech workers job hopping. You keep job hopping to get better pay.
It's like leaving a content company like Machinima. Not really.
No, it's a different structure.
Because I fucking left Machinima, I signed like 2 contracts in the back and sent a Skype message, and then next day I was on YouTube partner program.
Yeah, it's totally different.
I wasn't doing karaoke or anything. Like I'm genuinely asking out of curiosity. Like I don't know what it means.
A lot of the stuff that people are saying in chat is like kinda right, but I don't know. So this person said, "I've been to the farm with all the old VTuber avatars."
The company made the avatar for them?
Yeah.
Sorry,
really?
Welcome the newest member of the NLSS.
Yup. If he starts a company, I'll drop everything. Fuck it. I'll do it. For legal purposes, that was a joke. Sorry, VShojo. Or is it? I don't know. Ooh, email me, roll the dice, ooh. That's how I bait out my CEO to send me DMs.
Avatar was like a representation of themselves.
So you do.
No?
It is.
So they're like...
It is.
I'm being real.
This
is a real fucking question, okay?
Yeah.
Is like a VTuber...
You're sighing because people are saying so much different fucking shit in his chat.
Maybe it's different for everybody.
It is.
Is it a voice actor playing a character? Or is it I've always wanted to stream as a little demon?
Who could that be? It's both or either, depending on the person. It's usually a small amount of both at the beginning, and then it devolves into the latter. And it's, yeah, this is a deep question. Best answer I can give to this right now is it depends on if you were joining a corpo to become a VTuber or if you just did it independently. Like I'm in a corpo now, but I still own my IP, whatever. I'm in a corpo that doesn't own that shit. So, you know, your mileage may vary. But I started off as an independent. I just contracted an artist out, commissioned them to make the art, then found someone who did animation, got them to animate the art, had a model, started streaming like literally any streamer would. It's the same as any other streamer, but used a model. Boom, that's a VTuber, right? You could go make like hand cam slime tutorials and have a VTuber model in the corner. Boom, you're a VTuber. Like it's all just content, whatever. But the big difference and the thing that people keep quoting in his chat, which is the outlier case, is the corpo owned ones. But those are also some of the most popular. So that's why everyone's like, oh, it's a big corpo thing. Oh, it's idol culture. Most, like by count, most VTubers are independent, not with a corpo. They're just normal ass streamers and they are just the latter half the time. Some of the ones that are with corpos, to answer his question, do go ahead and voice act a character, but it's a big blend of both of those things. Because while they're voice acting, sometimes a little bit, they're more so, rather than being in character, they're being on brand, if that makes sense. There's kayfabe like wrestling, but their own brain is coming up with stuff. They're not reading a script. They're still saying shit that they would say normally anyway. It's kind of a mix of both. I don't think I've ever met any VTubers being in this kind of industry for forever that just voice act a character and are just in character. It's more like you'll be playing a game, you'll be playing Minecraft, and they'll be like, oh shoot, dude, that's crazy, remember? And then someone will reference something that they had a reference to in their lore, and they'll say a quip that references their lore, and you'll be like, that's right, you did have the color red in your lore a lot, whoa, and then you go right back to playing Minecraft. There's some that are super deep in the kayfabe, yeah, a few, but honestly, not that many.
There's some independent and some studio. You tell me there's like JYP Records is out there hiring actresses to voice
basically
VTubers?
Not literally JYP, but that's basically what the agencies are, yeah.
Really? What did you think HoloLive is? I don't know what the fuck a HoloLive is, man.
Why would he have a formulated opinion on that? He never looked into it. People, I can't stand people doing this thing. They're like, you don't know everything about the thing that I know a lot about? No, it's not how it works.
Sports.
Yeah, he likes
There's
the Canucks.
auditions for it and everything. I'm learning a lot, man. Hololive was at the baseball game. Yeah, well,
oh, classic. Classic.
My bad. The content creators that get hired. This is great. You're changing you're blowing my world, man.
Genuinely, I don't think there's any instance of like talent agencies creating and hiring in content creators to stream under a name or identity that the company owns other than VTubers. I think that's the only time that I've seen that. And the companies that like own the IPs are almost always Japan based. They're not usually like Western at all, like my corpo is, right? Like mine is Western. I was an independent, I was just a standard ass streamer. They picked me up. There's some people that, you know, started with our company, but even then the company doesn't own their shit. They own their shit, you know? It's interesting.
You'd be a great Humpty Dumpty VTuber. My ass would not sign the deal, man. I'm kind of losing it because people are like, yeah, it's a 3D model. How do you expect them to make it? Well, some motherfucker made it. I gotta watch like a video essay on VTubing. Like it's in the industry.
Chat, are there good video essays on VTubing? Librarian said, I don't know, but the ones Kate watches give her the impression corporations are evil and steal all their money. You're not signing on to anything that you weren't told about beforehand. They give you the contract and they're like, here you go, here's all the detail, you know? And the person goes, okay, and signs it. But it was the thing I said before, right? Boom, instant. You'll have a fan base. They do everything for them sometimes when it comes to like merch stuff and all of that, and they'll take a good portion of certain types of revenue and everything, but if you compare that to them getting 100% of a tiny channel that doesn't really make it, it's really good. It benefits them a lot, you know? Oh,
you may find estimates for a 3D model in the range of $3,000 to $5,000. I get it.
Sounds about right.
That's fucked up though. Is this like, yeah, listen, a guy who knows nothing about the industry and only found out like one thing. Hey, I'm gonna turn this whole system upside down. But like,
I was gonna say, vertical slice, buddy, vertical slice. New chatter, tuned out for 20 minutes, Northernlion watcher. Why is the librarian everywhere? I can never escape this. He's right next to you in chat. You'll never run fast enough. You'll never get away.
Aren't on these like really huge VTubers? Aren't they like investing $3,000 to $5,000, or I don't know, maybe like $5,000 to $20,000, and then
the overhead is justified. You will make it back during your debut date of the new model. like it'll cover it, and now you have something new and fresh for people that they'll draw fan art of, whatever. It's a marketing boost. So yeah, it's actually like people hear the number and they'll be like, I can't believe they have that kind of money to spend. But I'm like, no, it cycles. It's a cycle and it's part of the marketing. So it works itself out.
And then making like fucking shitloads on the back end. They need the upfront investment. I thought you motherfuckers hated capitalism.
Right. Yep.
Now you're out here going, well, the business owner took all the risk and not all of them were successful. So honestly, like it's kind of like a lottery system. A lot of the people you invest in don't really pan out. So you gotta look at you. You're fucking,
that's what I was saying before.
Food, motherfuckers.
Right.
Look at, like Andrew Garfield retiring from Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I want to make it clear. I've explained how it works, right? Like what he's saying right now. I didn't sign one of those contracts. No way. No way. I signed one that lets me keep my shit. They don't take much of a cut of anything, and anything they do is very reasonable for the services that they render in management and helping me out. I did not sign that contract, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just...
When he retired from Spider-Man, they were like, here's another dude, and he's like the new Spider-Man. When a VTuber retires, isn't it like no one's ever going to be Spider-Man ever again?
Yes, although it has happened before. Yeah, they don't hire a new person to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man dies. Yeah, it's happened before and it's worked out. It's worked out. If I stopped VTubing, if I stopped streaming and I handed this model to a friend and then some totally different person was like, hey, I don't think anyone would watch. I think people would be like, this is so weird. Because it's not replacing someone saying lines. You're replacing like an actual real person and a whole streamer. Imagine if I found a new bald guy who has, you know, a wife and child. And I said, hey, you know, NL's real tired of this whole streaming thing. Can you play Super Auto Pets every day for like a couple months real quick? How much do you like UFO 50? Can you hop on there and just, you know, cover the hours? And that's why VTubers don't hire, like, you know, or the companies don't hire a new person to play the character usually, because it's like a whole ass streamer, not just a, you know, some lines.
There might be Spider-Man 2. Yeah, but it's not Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Like,
it's
if Fauna retired, does Fauna come back with like a different voice a year later?
No, they wouldn't.
Probably.
Not that company.
Ah, this is I honestly.
No, if anyone in this chat who said yes, shut your mouth. That has happened, but for the most part, they would never.
I honestly thought VTubers were just like Ghibli.
Ghibli. Yeah, they are.
Thought it was just like a person who was like, I want to stream, but I don't want to like reveal my face or identity, so I'm gonna like be a 3D avatar.
That's exactly it for the majority of VTubers, straight up. That's literally all it is. It's not that deep. All the corpo and IP owning stuff is like for a small fraction of very popular VTubers owned by JP Corpo. That's it.
I didn't know it was like this, man. There's a whole side to the culture I'm completely ignorant of.
Most VTubers on Twitch are the latter.
95% of YouTubers or of VTubers are like Ghibli. There's
yeah, that's true.
flesh tubers who are corporate owned. Is that true?
No, they're not corporate owned. Like for our company, we've got like Kason, right? She started as a VTuber. Eventually, she showed herself, the human, and now she streams like sometimes as a VTuber, sometimes as her. But she's not corporate owned. She's just managed because our company doesn't like own your shit, you know? The ones that show their faces are almost never within the corpos that own your stuff. Or they're more likely to be like independent, just like a Twitch streamer, you know what I mean? You got no idea what the fuck some of these chatters are talking about? Dude, Librarian, I don't, yeah, it's terrible. Oh, or here's my favorite. The majority of VTubers are just pandering to horny guys who want to talk to anime girls. Let's be real. I, as a VTuber, can say that my average chatter, now this is my community, not every VTuber community, but my community, my average chatter is a dude who's at work at his tech job. He's likely in his late 20s or mid 30s. And he has me on the second monitor to listen to me like a podcast while he's doing his work. Yeah, same demographic. Holy fuck, she knows. Yeah, I know. That's my demographic. Are there VTubers with that kind of community? Yes. Are there lots of normal streamers, not VTubers, with that kind of community? Yes. You know what there's a lot of on the internet? Sexual content. It's like the biggest industry, which means there's a big market for it. And I find VTuber communities are more often than not people that are just like, they're just playing video games.
Is there a video essay on I'm not gonna watch it.
Don't watch it. Don't. They're all bad.
This is like if you told me that Mouth was like a Canadian Tire plant.
He was not actually Canadian, though.
The official Canadian Tire streamer or something.
The thing is, like, you think that's crazy, but they're actually VTubers with these kinds of, like, brands. Their brand is, like, actually just a guy who works in an office, you know?
Crazy, man.
It's great.
We gotta start a fucking VTuber not-for-profit, man. We gotta be out here, like, doing some indie fun shit. We gotta be like, I'll buy you the 3D model, and then you can pay me back the model cost over like 36 months or something like that. And once you paid it off, you're good to go.
I've actually considered doing that myself. Zen wanted to do something like that. She wanted to just go and like, but she didn't want them to pay her back. She just wanted to like raffle off a fucking model or like find a small one and just do it, you know? You know what? What if I did it like a scholarship? Ooh, something like that. I think that would actually be really nice because some of them are really good streamers, but their model, no offense, is just, it just looks terrible or it looks like uncanny. And I'm like, I can't look at this. Like this person sounds great and they're entertaining, but I can't look at it because their model's like fucked, you know? And I would love to help people like that. Yeah, a lease. Ooh, rent to buy, perhaps? Maybe we could landlord it. You know, hey, I know how you guys feel about landlording, but hear me out. The model might work here in a sort of landlord structure. That's all I'm saying. He said, walk it back. No. Rent the tube.
Just remember me if you get an opportunity or something like that. Imagine, dude. That would be so good for my female viewership.
Yes! Hey, I watch you. Don't worry, pal. I'm right here.
I don't know. It seems like one of those things that you're all, like, this is what Reddit was like in like 2009.
Yeah.
You'd be like, are you guys sick of fucking the grocery store bending you over and hitting you with back shots every time you buy a loaf of bread? Well, we're gonna sell bread at cost. And then it gets like 250,000 upvotes on Reddit. People are like, you gotta go to like fairbread.com and buy your bread.
Oh.
And then it goes out of business catastrophically in 6 months because it turns out like the business is like 100 times harder than you thought it was as an outsider.
Such cases. Oh, I can't believe I didn't know how to enter an industry I don't know anything about. That's so crazy. It just happens, you know, more than you think.
You're like, what? Oh, okay, I paid for 100 people's VTuber rigs and none of them got profitable, and like I only have email addresses for all of them and 80% of them have already quit.
Let me tell you something. Let me go and get 100 people that want to stream but have never streamed before and buy them all webcams and let me get them to make money to pay me back. It's the same equation. Same, because like I said, majority of VTubers are just streamers. There's nothing special there other than they're just streamers with a model. That's all. That's all. Anything else that they do about world building, whatever, their first stream ever, they're like, here's my lore. And then after that, they're like, anyway, I, the demon god of whatever, I'm gonna play Minecraft today. We're gonna do Skyblock. And it's just gone. It's just gone. They're just a streamer.
Yeah, we don't have your money. It's in Chibley's avatar and Dan's and Malf's.
I want to make Chibley a VTuber. People keep saying, they're like, I want NL to be a VTuber, but I think a lot of his brand is in his face already. So, you know, that would be stupid for him to get a model and like actually try to use it. Not that he would. Kate should get one. I think she'd do well with it. She's already no face cam. Kate did say she wanted something super simple a long while ago. Oh wait, I remember that. Actually, she did. Or a lot of people just use a PNG, right? It's not like a fully animated thing that you have to like run with a program and your computer has to render. Yeah, that was forever ago. I remember that. I remember just being like, if you need anything, I'm here, I guess. That was it. Librarian is a daddy pig PNG tuber. Yeah.
I'm happy they're successful. I mean, honestly, you know, I only look at my neighbor's bowl to make sure they have enough food, man. I don't
Can't recover from it.
Are taking anything away from me. It's like when the people try to get me mad about the hot tub streamers.
Hold on. He accused me of siphoning his viewers one time, a long time ago. He probably doesn't remember. And to this day, chatters occasionally reference it. Remember that time you siphoned 2 viewers from his stream because you were in his stream talking and you had a check mark? Do you remember that? They shake me down. Do you fucking remember that, you know? Just saying. He does that with everyone with a check mark? Oh,
hey,
yeah,
GEEGA, congratulations, by the way, on being the newest VTuber in the V-Shoujo lineup.
Thanks. You guys always play this soundbite, but he probably forgot about this 3 days later. He was just trying to figure out, like, what that meant. Like, when he sees a headline on Twitter, and it's like, this VTuber joined this company, because I could see he's still, like, mystified by it a year later. It's not that he has a special interest in it, it's because his chat doesn't know how to explain it to him. They have no fucking clue.
I don't know if we have that much overlap.
Show
There's
Tomo.
nothing to be mad about.
True.
If anything, I'm jealous they get like those lifestyle sponsorships.
I always forget that your outro has a VTuber in it. Did he approve this? Librarian, did he approve this? Is he aware that this is yet another VTuber reference? I think you need help. I think he needs to be streaming on the weekends. He doesn't approve shit. Well, it's over for you, man. You love Ame? I don't know how to break it to you. She's an animated character. So sorry. It's just not how it goes, man. Yeah, she's just pixels. And I know you think she's real to you. I understand that. I'm sure I'm real to some of you, but hey, you know, an article that I only saw the headline of on Twitter said that VTubers are all AI or 50-year-old balding men behind the camera. And I don't want to, you know, admit that I'm the latter. So yeah, guys, I'm not real. I'm actually an AI. Thank you. It's funny to me how much bad information there is out there on VTubers, on VTubing. Or not even bad information, just incomplete. Motherfuckers will be in chat. They'll have watched like only VTubers from one little pocket, and then they'll go answering questions about VTubers. Like they're really informed. And I can't tell if they just want to help, so they're saying whatever they know, or if they think they're really informed. I don't know. Show us the hairline? Never. I'll never lift these bangs.